Hello YouTube, this is MikeB the Game Genie. This is a video response to the TheGameManDan's 500 subscriber giveaway. First thing I want to say is congratulations, Dan. You absolutely deserve it. 500 subs is a huge accomplishment, one I hope to get to one day, and I can't think of anybody better. Congratulations. I'm really happy for you. For those of you that are subscribed to my channel, and for some reason if you don't know about TheGameManDan, if you have previously subscribed to Jillpoo3 and watched his show, Nintendo Junkie Tuesday, after he decided to quit his show, TheGameManDan took it over, and I just gotta say, he's doing a fantastic job so far. Really enjoying it, so Dan, keep up the great work. So, Dan's going back to what he asked in his last contest as well. He's looking for some suggestions on games that he should play or pick up. So, before I get started, I picked out 3 NES games that I absolutely love. I'm not any good at them, but because they're really challenging games. But you know what? Who wants to pick up a game that you can just demolish in like 15-20 minutes and then be done with it? Except for DuckTales. That game's incredible and you can finish it in 15 minutes. But before I do that, I want to also say congratulations. TheGameManDan just picked up a TurboGrafx 16. So, Dan, I'm going to cheat a little bit. You also mentioned you wanted 3 games for the NES. A couple other systems. One you didn't mention was your TurboGrafx 16. I did a response video to a Top 3 Tuesday a little while ago. I was asked by a guy by the name of Classic Metal Fan 22, and he wanted to know, basically in his question, what 3 games you would use to introduce a system to a friend and sell it. And the system I chose was the TurboGrafx 16. So, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to go through those games again, but what I'll do is I'll put a link to the video that I shot down in the comments, and you should go check those out. There's some great TurboGrafx 16 games. The other thing is, the TurboGrafx 16 TheGameManDan picked up didn't come with his RF connector, it didn't come with a controller, and he doesn't have any games for it. Don't worry about the RF connector. Honestly, the RF connector on the TurboGrafx 16 is a little shoddy at the best of times. AT1138 did an excellent video where he did a TurboGrafx 16 AV mod. Then, if you're handy at all with electronics, or you know anybody who can help you with it, check out his video, and I think you know Ed anyways really well. Maybe you can talk to him and he can kind of help you through the process, but you definitely want to go with your AV mod to get your optimum picture quality. The only other option is going and getting a turbo booster, but for some reason they're ridiculously expensive online, but that's your optimal picture quality. Stay away from the RF connector. However, guys, if you can help TheGameManDan out, he's looking to do a trade, so he needs a TurboGrafx 16 controller. So if anybody's got one, a turbo pad, help TheGameManDan out, and maybe he'll be willing to trade something your way. The other thing he needs are games. They kind of look like this. He's looking for them complete in the jewel case, and I don't blame him, because that's really the only way that I like to collect my TurboGrafx 16 games as well. So if you got any extra TurboGrafx 16 games sitting around, or you don't really play them, get in contact with Dan, because he's looking to do a couple trades. He's going to pick up some games for this great system. Alright guys, so on to the main event. Dan, these are 3 NES games that I would tell you should try out. I tried to take a look at some of the other videos that people did for you, and I looked back and tried to understand. You did a video a little while ago on your NES collection, so I'm not 100% sure what you have currently, but I tried to pick some games that maybe other people wouldn't have mentioned. First game I'm going to show you, I know you've probably heard about before, and another YouTuber that we both know and like a lot, Liberated Animal, he suggested this game to me. He suggests this game to everybody, and so he should, because it's incredible, and that is P.O.W here on the NES. It's a Konami game. It's got fantastic music, the visuals are amazing, graphics are pretty good. It's got a really fun play style. It's kind of like a Mega Man game, except you can shoot in all directions. It's from a great 90s cartoon that I used to love, and just overall, this is a super fun game. Dan, if you get a chance to pick it up, you should definitely try it out. Really enjoyable, but like all the games I'm going to show you today, it can be very challenging. So, you know what? If you're looking for a challenge, but having a lot of fun at the same time, P.O.W here is one of the games for you. Next game I'm going to show you is... it's a little bit of a strange game. There was a time period right before the Super Nintendo came out where there was a lot of great games that ended up being on the cover of the Nintendo Power magazines, and it was from Nintendo Power issue, I think it was around 20 to 29, somewhere around there. They had some amazing games. Anybody who watches the Happy Video Game Nerd has probably saw his review on Metal Storm, which was on Nintendo Power issue 20, I do believe, and Metal Storm's an incredible game. I believe it was issue 27 where they showed this game, and it's in terrible shape, the actual game case is, but that is Vice Project Doom, and I've been waiting to see somebody do a review of this game because it's absolutely incredible. It starts out, it's got a really cool opening sequence where they kind of try to explain the storyline to the game, very reminiscent of the opening sequence to Ninja Gaiden 2. When you start playing the game, it's very deceiving because the first level, you're actually in, it's like a vertical shooter where you're in a car basically, so that was kind of fun. I got through that pretty easily and I really enjoyed it. But where the game really picks up is where you get into the side-scrolling action levels, where it's more reminiscent of Ninja Gaiden. Actually, what I would compare it to more so is Batman on the NES, which is a fantastic game, and I believe it's one of the first NES games you picked up, Dan. So back to Vice Project Doom. This stage is just incredible. It's side-scrolling action at its best. It's challenging, and you know what? It actually looks really great. If you look in the cityscape in the background, it's so reminiscent of the cityscape in Streets of Rage. You know, during that opening sequence as it pans across the water. And I've always loved that, and this is what that reminded me of right away. And amazing graphics for a game release of that date. Last but not least is an arcade port to the NES that, as a kid, I absolutely loved, and it's made by SNK, and that is Prisoner of War, or P.O.W. This is a fun, side-scrolling kind of beat-em-up game, where basically you start out and you just escape out of the Prisoner of War camp with a big explosion, and it is just fun and incredible. The game then gets into its side-scrolling beat-em-up type genre, where you go around and you fight the different prison guards, and basically as you go along you can pick up different items. You can pick up a knife, you also pick up a gun, brass knuckles, which help your punching. It's just a really fun and enjoyable game. I loved it as a kid, and I'm playing it through it again now and trying to beat it. I believe there might be a cheat code where you can increase the amount of lives you actually get because the game can be extremely challenging, but otherwise fun. Anyways, Dan, I hope I helped out a little bit and suggested 3 games that might interest you and you might enjoy playing. They're 3 games that I love playing that are challenging and keep me coming back. Anyways, again, congratulations on 500 subs. Amazing accomplishment. You're doing a fantastic job with Nintendo Junkie Saturday. And you know what? This is a great contest. So, anyways, this is MikeB the Game Genie. I'll talk to you next time. The other thing he needs are games. They kind of look like this.